Hey, Emily. So basically, I wanted to create a video because I was really wanting to do a testimonial on your page, but I felt like I couldn't type what I wanted to say, and I couldn't really get my point across unless I went on live. So I wanted to give it to you. I was going to post it in your Life Made Simple group, but I chose not to, just in case it wasn't really something that you wanted to have out there, because I did want to talk about my struggles and my insecurities about joining the mentorship program. So if you're not comfortable posting in the group, that's why I sent it private, but please feel free to post it because to me, I feel like it really might resonate with some people. So basically, I found you, and I don't know how. I know through your soulmate client meditation, you attracted me because I love working with you, and you have contributed so much to me already, and I cannot express enough gratitude to you and what you contribute to everyone in your groups through your free stuff, through your VIP coaching, is absolutely incredible. So I kind of wanted to just tell you a little bit about my journey in terms of how I got to this mentorship program. So I think I told you before that I felt like all your Facebook posts and all your emails and everything that you were putting out there, it was like you were speaking directly to me. And you had sent an email in particular about your Phoenix mentorship program and how you had taken lots of listened to lots of courses and we're really struggling to find your coaching strategy and $15,000 masterminds and all this BS. And I was like, fuck yes, this is exactly my struggle. I hear these really great programs and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And then they drop a ridiculous price and I'm like, fuck. So I was hesitant to apply for yours because quite honestly, I thought it was going to be much of the same. But I did apply because I just wanted to. You had talked about just contributing to the energy of the group, so I did. And I half-ass applied. I mean, I didn't really put an application like I really wanted you to pick me. I was like, meh, if she picks me, she picks me. If she doesn't, she doesn't. And I kind of had a shitty attitude, it's probably going to be a lot of money, so I don't really care if she picks me. And then I think it was a couple days later, maybe in a week, I'm not sure. It was still really coming up for me and I hadn't heard anything. So I sent you a private message just saying listen, I had a really shitty attitude about my application. And although I do kind of want you to pick me, I'm afraid of getting my hopes up and this being another situation where it's way too much money and I can't afford it. And then I'm just freaking disappointed. But I want you to at least give me a fair chance, because I know that probably the energy that I contributed to my application was not super on par and not really in alignment with how I truly am. So thankfully, we've worked enough together in our private VIP coaching that you were able to see through that. So when we were talking and you were telling me about the group, I was like, yes, 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 everything, check box, check box, check box. This is amazing. I love it. It's perfect. And prior to our conversation, I had been trying to do the math in my head. So if you're accepting 10 people and it's 6 months, you're kind of giving it your all. What do you need to do? It's got to be worth your time, of course, too. And what does that mean? And is it going to be this much? Is it going to be this much? And trying to wrap my head around okay, so it's not such a crush and blow. So I remember us talking and feeling okay, yes, this is what I want. And then I actually didn't even ask you at the end of our conversation. I said, okay, I have to go. We'll talk later. And you said, yeah, do you want to know the price? I'm like, shit, yes, I do. You told me. And I was like, okay, cool, bye. I walked home with my husband because we were out and that's why I had to go. We were looking at a house. But so he knows me well enough to say, oh, okay, what are you up to? And so I told him about it. And his first reaction was kind of laughing, okay, so no. And I was too, but it wasn't a no. It was a holy shit, but it wasn't a no, which is weird because every situation that I've been in before that, it's always that holy shit is also a no attached. And this was really different. So, we went home and whatever, and he could tell that I was a little bit out of it, and he asked me what was the matter, and I just started crying. And I was like, I want to do this. Like, I just really want to do this, but fuck, like, it's a lot of money. And then it was like, because I'm in Canada, so like our dollar's shit right now. So then like you add that on top, and I was like, I don't know how. And I think he could see how important it was to me. And so he softened his tone quite a bit too, which was such a relief. And he just said, listen, he went into business mode because he's opened a few very successful companies in his day. And, you know, basically just encouraged me to do my research and ask more questions and figure out what it is that this is going to contribute to me. So I did. Before I did that, I went for a run and I cried. I live right next to a nature park. So I ran through all through the nature park, and like probably my fastest run I've had doing that route, and just needed to like burn off some steam, have like a little meltdown, feel sorry for myself a little bit, and then pick my shit back up and move on. So as the week kind of progressed, it didn't fade. Like, it wasn't like, okay, I'm not doing it, it's too expensive, or I can't afford it, so I'm not doing it. And usually those things just disappear. And it was like so in my face, and not because of your emails or posts, because I don't even think I really saw you promoting it, but it was just in my awareness. So I have been practicing asking my guides and kind of opening up on a deeper level. So I have these angel cards, and I pull one like every day usually, and just kind of ask like, okay, where do I need my guidance to be? And so the first one was that I picked, and as I'm shuffling the cards, I'm thinking like, what the hell, what do I do? What do I do? Is this the right for me? Like, holy shit, I don't know if I can, yada, yada, yada. So the first one I pulled, I was asking my guides for clarity, and I pulled this, discipline, and it's the master teacher. And this card for me is basically like, there is no shortcuts in life. Like, you have to do the work. And if you don't know how to do the work, then you need to find a mentor or a teacher that can help you do the work. But you need to be disciplined in your business if you want to be successful. So I was like, shit. Okay. So, I mean, that's fairly obvious, like a green light, right? But I'm like, meh, I need more, apparently. You know, I'm a big believer in receiving dimes is always from my grandma, and she promised me that whenever I needed her and her guidance or whatever, she would drop behind a dime. And I find them all the time, but like this time they were in like, I was vacuuming my floor, and when I was putting the vacuum away, in the middle of my floor, there was a dime. Like, I had already vacuumed over it. So I started laughing, of course. Like, I know this is my grandma, and I know this is getting a little bit hokey, but I want to go through the whole process, because I was like, everything just kept pointing yes. So then the next day, of course, as if that wasn't enough, I asked my guides again, and they kind of start to get frustrated with me, like, Jesus Christ, girl, like, you got to get your shit together. How many times can we say yes before you say yes? So I pull this card, which is the New Life Divine Mother, which is basically, can be referring to babies, but more like it can be like creating a new life and creating something new. Something is new being birthed. So I mean, that was like as in my face as it could probably be. And I kept trying to tell myself why I wasn't going to take this class, why I didn't need it, or why like it was too much and like I couldn't do it, and yada, yada, yada. And I kept trying to convince myself like, okay, I'm just going to let it go. It's not the time. It's not the time. And there was this voice in my head the whole time was like, okay, but it is. And I know what you are. And it was like laughing at me. It was like in a playful way, like just laughing, like you can try and talk yourself out of this as much as you want, but you're doing it. And I had never ever felt a pull. I mean, I always hear people talk about like how they were just pulled to do this. They were inclined to do this, whatever it may be. And I was like, I don't know what that is. Like, I'm a super indecisive person. And I'm always kind of on the fence and like a little bit wishy-washy, and I'm cheap. I mean, like, I have a Dutch background. I joke all the time. Like, I'm cheap. I don't indulge. I'm not frivolous. I've always been very, very safe with my money. So the fact that I was so sure this was something I wanted to do and willing to spend the money, I was like, holy shit, this is freaking happening. So I had my soul book session with you this morning, and you did not yet know that I was going to be committed, but I did. I still wanted to talk to my husband and fine tune all the details, but I knew I was in, and I couldn't get away from it. We had our soul book editing session this morning, and holy friggin' crap balls, I can't even describe into words whatever that was, but Jesus, it was amazing. And I didn't need any more validation or any more signs, so to speak, to guide me in the direction of this program. But I mean, the soul book session sure was the friggin' icing on the cake, because I'm like, I get this like 6 times. I get you for 6 months. You, in 1 hour, like blew my friggin' world away, and like I can't even put it into words. So that to me was like, even though I already knew, it's like now you really know. So, and lately too, and again, I mean, how does it get even better? So lately, I've been really feeling like music has been speaking to me, and I've been like listening to different songs and like songs popping on the radio that I'm like, okay, like this is for me. And I'm just wondering, because I know I pulled up the lyrics, but I was driving today and I heard this song, and I'm not a country music fan, really. But I do know this song, and it's called The River by Garth Brooks. And I started laughing. I'm like, okay, universe, I get it. I'm doing it. I get it. But I'm listening to the lyrics, and it's basically, and I will maybe post it too if you want to, but it's basically like, so this is the part of the lyrics, like, a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows, and a dreamer's just a vessel that must follow where it goes. Never knowing, trying to learn from what's behind you, never knowing what's in store, makes each day a constant battle to stay between the shores. And then it makes a comment, like later on in the chorus, about, don't you sit upon the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Choose to chance the rapids and dare to dance the tide. And I was like, okay, I got it. I'm in. I'm crazy terrified. I know I'm doing this, but like, thank you for all the signs, universe. Thank you for everything that you've gifted me to allow me to believe that this is what I have to do. So I wanted to share this with you because I feel like there's maybe people in my situation where like they're loving everything that it is you have to offer, but then there's that price tag that's like, fuck, and they feel defeated. And coming from someone who has probably never invested more than $1,000 in any type of coach program, anything like that, I get how friggin' scary it can be to spend that money and to take that step. And I've never been one to just understand what people said when they're like, oh, I was pulled to do this, or I was drawn to this, until your program come up. And I was like, this is what they're talking about. When something is guiding you, this is what they're talking about. So you can choose to post this in your Life Made Simple group if you want. You can just take like bits and pieces if you want to like make like a text testimonial or anything you want. But I just really wanted to share my excitement and my joy and my gratitude, and that like understanding to anyone, like if you're a no, you're a no. And I get that. And there might be people that are just like, no, that doesn't work for me. It's not something I want to do. But if you're a maybe, and that price tag is the one thing that's stopping you, I tell you, the minute that I chose to make that commitment to this program, I haven't even started the program. I don't even know what I'm getting myself into. But the minute that I chose to invest in me and to honor me and to take this step, it was just like this weight had been lifted, and it's like I'd stepped into a part of me that I never even knew existed. So that's what I got for you. I just wanted to share. I wanted to express my gratitude to you, even if you save this and keep it just for yourself. I want you to know how completely, genuinely, unconditionally grateful I am for everything that you have already done. And I'm so excited that I chose to honor myself, and I'm excited that I chose you to be the one that helps me through this journey. So thank you. I cannot wait to get started. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.